Welcome everyone, my name is Ace of Spades and this is Goblin-Inc. Let's talk about the best build for the season. We're gonna keep it short and sweet. First, we're gonna talk about Stormclaw. It's been buffed in the recent patch. Vampiric powers are coming back. Moonrise, damaging enemies, grants attack speed up to 10 stack, and also basic skill will do extra damage and grant move speed. Massive buff for the build, obviously. Yet, because the Gauntlet content and the season in general has a heavy focus on bosses, I feel like this build is gonna remain in A tier or maybe low S tier. I am happy to be proven wrong, but I do not think this build has a chance of hitting that rank 1 spot this season, and definitely not in any type of party setting. Might be decent in solo, but in duo, 3-man or 4-man, I think the build is gonna struggle. I'm gonna link Screamheart version of the build down below in the description, as he's probably gonna be playing this build as it's his favorite. Be sure to leave the guy a like and a subscribe to his channel. Next, we're gonna talk about Shred. Shred has been the best build last season. This season, the leaderboard content focuses a lot more on bossing, which is a downside. Shred is very good at clearing AoE and moving quickly. Due to the lack of density in the Gauntlet and the amount of bosses that are required to be killed, I'm gonna be moving down Shred from S tier to high A tier, and I do not believe this to be the best build to play for Gauntlet. Still a solid build. Unfortunately, we are not able to use the best thing about Shred, which is Arita, in such a low density content. Next, we're gonna move on and talk about another dark horse, which is Pulverize. Pulverize is a solid build that might actually be the best build for Gauntlet. Let me explain. A new version of Pulverize with Shred has been popping up. Pretty much everyone has been adding Shred to every build for mobility. Pulverize is very good at killing bosses with overpower. Gauntlet has a lot of bosses, and we're gonna have to see if Pulverize has enough overpower procs to keep up with the rotation on bosses. If that happens to be the case, then Pulverize could very well be the best build for the season. I'm gonna be putting it in S tier, and I'm gonna notify you guys if it's doing well. Also, I will leave a link down below to Rubio's build of Pulverize. Next, we're gonna talk about Latent Storm. Latent Storm has been the most popular build of the season due to having added a new unique for the build, which has made the build very fun to play. The new Asiatic gloves, very fun. We all enjoyed playing it. This build is in S tier. It's a good overall build. It does struggle a little bit against bosses. And even though some people might think that the build is good against bosses, if you play human, you have a lot of burst, the issue is that the damage is not consistent over a long period of time. And in Gauntlet, you have to kill bosses sometimes consistently for up to 30 seconds. You have to kill boss after boss. It's gonna be very hard to deal with that on certain builds. For that reason, I think Latent Storm is gonna be S tier, but probably not the best build for the season. Next, we're gonna talk about Tornado. Tornado has actually a decent chance of being the best build. Has mobility, good boss damage, doesn't have massive AoE, but it's good enough to kill elites, which is what Gauntlet wants it to do anyway. We're gonna have to see. There is another build that fairly similar in terms of power output. So for now, Tornado, we're gonna put it in S tier. It could be the best build, but I would say it's not highest chance. Highest chance, my opinion, for the best build of the season in Gauntlet is gonna be Boulder. Boulder has high mobility with Shred and has high single target damage. I think this build is very likely to be the best build for Gauntlet. It's gonna be between, in my opinion, Boulder, Pulverize, and Tornado. I talked a lot about Boulder. I showed several versions of Boulder. I'm gonna link you below my version of Boulder, and you can feel free to play that version. And I will keep it updated for Gauntlet in the upcoming weeks, as of course we all try to get our high scores. Guys, it's been a pleasure talking with you guys. I am gonna go and go to the dentist right now after filming this video, which means I probably will not be able to talk actually for some days. So fairly likely you will not see me streaming, but if you do, then it's fine. We'll see how it happens. Guys, thank you for watching. I will see you guys again as soon as I will feel better, or if I'm not dead after this tomorrow. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and see you on the Gauntlet.